Nice voice crack.
Thank you. That's not what we're going to start on, though. I don't even think it showed up in Audacity. Actually, I think I could see it right there. Uh, it's a
It's a
podcast.
nightfall.
It's a Nightfall podcast.
It's whatever you want it to be, baby.
Big news, Brendan.
What's the big news?
Big news, buddy. It is May 7th, 2020, and we got a pretty spicy this week at Bungie, didn't we?
We've been getting some pretty good ones. Like, we've been getting multiple really good TWABs in a row, but this one has really taken the cake on just, like, wow.
Yeah, it's got real good wow factor to it.
It's
You know
got
what I'm saying?
it's got that bloom. It's got that fucking D1 Firefly, if you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, exactly. I know what you're talking about.
Of course you do.
Yeah, I know it. I know. Yeah, because I've been playing Destiny 1
Exactly.
still. Speaking of which, I've done 2 of those Crucible Scout Rifle bounties 2 weeks in a row, and I still have yet to get a Burning Eye, and I'm real upset about it.
I started doing those every week from about, I would say, July, whenever the Destiny 2 beta ended, and I never got one, like, all the way up to Destiny 2's release, so good fucking luck.
You know, on my Xbox account, I had an Adept version of it.
Yeah, you did.
So it's nice and golden, but now I no longer have that because Microsoft doesn't want to respond to me.
That's what you get.
It's not a big deal. I'm gonna try to get it on PlayStation. I'm gonna try to make progress on PlayStation. I clearly just can't be a Microsoft Xbox fanboy anymore.
They
You
ripped
know?
your heart out.
They ripped my heart out, crushed it to pieces.
Do you know why? It's because they knew you were trying to convince me to get a PlayStation as my first console. And
That's true.
they've been holding this grudge for, like, what is it, 15 years now or something?
Yeah, it's been quite some time.
Yeah.
Don't think it's been that long.
I don't know time. Time is nothing.
Yeah, that's a good point. Real quick though, it's been a while since we've done one of these, huh?
It has been.
It's been quite some time. We haven't sat down and talked to each other and recorded it through Audacity in a really long time.
I was about to correct you, but you are right. We haven't done specifically that in a long time.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, usually when we're doing like a video, we're playing Destiny.
I mean,
I'm not currently playing anything right now.
To be
though.
fair, I record all our Skype conversations, so this isn't much different. It's just you actually know now and can give consent.
There was a second right now when you said that when I started really panicking inside, and then everything that's been going on in the world lately is got my skin crawling.
Well, guess what?
You know, it's made me very, very much more paranoid than I already was.
It's okay. And this Skype call is a safe space.
Okay, I'm glad. Not the Destiny streamer though.
No. Wait, what?
Anyways, so like I said, we had a pretty strong this week at Bungie today, talking about some upcoming changes.
Actually, wait. I'm sorry
what?
to cut you off. Gotten anything interesting in Destiny lately? We used to do this for the old one, and I think we should bring it back.
Anything in Destiny lately?
Any good drops? Any good exciting lootable weapon / armor that you just want to really just rub in people's faces?
Oh, I got the Garden of Salvation fusion rifle today, finally.
That's...
And something that everyone should have by now. I have the Heir Apparent.
Oh, I just got mine today, too.
Oh, and then the other day I got the Age-Old Bond
What are the
from
rolls?
Last Wish. 4th time's a charm and Rampage, I believe.
What?
It's the curated version.
What, So you were excited to get the Garden of Salvation fusion rifle?
Well, it was more just for like collection purposes. Because every time you get it from the very first encounter, and every time I've ever done that, I've either gotten boots or the bow and never the fusion rifle. So today I finally got the fusion rifle, and then I also got the helmet.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah, it was a pretty gear-heavy raid, because I got boots, I got the helmet, and then I believe I got the arms as well. The boots came from the chest, though, so it was only 1,000. But I infused the arms and the helmet into my current gear.
I would say, plus you just get pinnacles and infuse it up anyways.
Exactly.
Alright, so now, I got basically nothing. I got my Heir Apparent. I got a pretty cool, what is it, Rasputin sidearm. Let me pull it up real quick so I can actually get the rolls going down.
While you're doing that, I did actually get a really nice 7th Seraph shotgun, but then I deleted it by accident.
Oh yeah, happens to the best of us.
Happens to the best of us. Vorpal weapon, lead from gold, and a ranged masterwork.
Yeah. The 7th Seraph sidearm was Dragonfly auto-loading holster. So
It's pretty decent, right?
Yeah.
I don't know sidearms that well.
it's not as good as what I would prefer from a sidearm. I'm a sidearm aficionado at this point. I feel like I've used sidearms in Destiny 2
You really are.
more than anything. And if I didn't have a recluse, I'd still be using sidearms. But yeah, it could be better. I'm gonna farm for another one as the season goes on. We still like what 37 days.
Yeah, you should get yourself a buzzard.
I do gotta. I think I have the buzzard already. That's the Pinnacle Vanguard, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, it's a ritual one.
Or you know
Yeah,
what I mean.
yeah, it's actually real fun. Swashbuckler and outlaw, it's not bad. And then I think it also has that perk that it gives you the same element as your subclass or something like that if you get a melee.
You are
I
correct.
don't know.
Osmosis.
Yeah, osmosis, that one. But yeah, that's pretty much everything that I've gotten recently. I bought a new Sparrow from Eververse. Transition, Eververse going away, not going away, but it's getting nerfed. That's what a lot of people have been saying.
Someone has gone up to Tess Everest and just hit her in the knees with a baseball bat.
Someone went up to Tess Everest and said, "Boom, budget cuts."
Yeah,
She's like, they're like, you gotta fire 75% of your staff.
due to due to unforeseen circumstances, Tess Everest is getting laid off. Actually,
Do you think that she is losing sparrows, ornaments, and ships and stuff like that because of the Almighty hitting the tower?
I would love if they added an in-lore reason for why they fixed Eververse. That would be fucking hilarious. But I think it's just I think that's just
Well,
out of
because
body
in
thing.
that little glitchy peaksy doodle that we got
Yeah,
of pieces of the tower missing, it hit like directly behind Eververse, where you would think that like her storage room would be.
I would hope she wouldn't have all her shit behind her. Like you can turn shit into like glimmer, whatever you want, like and have it like
That's what I'm
transferable.
saying. What if it's little glimmer dust, and she knew which one was which, and then the ship hit it, and
Maybe it's
now it's
like
all
one of those.
gone.
Maybe it's like one of those situations in like older video games where like your house blew up, so all your random items flew out into other worlds, and I had to go collect them. Like,
Yeah,
oh no, I dropped all the pages of my book in 7 different worlds, and a boss fight. It
yeah.
must be one of those
Do you
things.
think that we're gonna live with that tower?
Yeah, I don't see them getting rid of a tower again, at least for just a random update in Destiny. I see that being a Destiny 3 thing, if anything.
I was gonna say, I don't know, with the way that they were talking in this week at Bungie, it didn't really seem like they're gonna make another Destiny game.
Well, they did already
Seems like
confirm.
they're just gonna. They did already confirm it.
They did already confirm that Destiny 2 is coming to the Xbox, whatever, the Xbox One X and the PS5. So
Exactly, and you think that that would be like, oh, we're putting the new Destiny game on it instead
it could
of just Destiny 2.
it could be a Ghost situation where they release a 360 version and a one version, and then after that game, like the sequels are all only next gen.
Right. Well, the reason I say that I don't know if it's for sure going to happen now is because they talked about year 4, year 5, and year 6 of Destiny 2.
They definitely talk about year 4 in the TWAB, but they haven't really, besides like vague talks. That was just like an example in the TWAB if you're talking about that one
Yeah.
part.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's like really. I don't think that that would be beneficial
No,
to us as a player base if they decided to make a new game, though.
my
Because
only
I feel like they would have to shove a lot of their like resources right now into something completely brand new, unless they've been working on it this whole time. But I don't. I think with what like such a small team, I don't think it's possible for them to be working on both games. You
we
know.
also know they're making a different, totally new IP coming out in the next few years, or at least being announced in the next few years.
Exactly.
I
So I think it's a little unrealistic to assume that they're going to make a Destiny 3.
My only problem, or my only idea about that is the fact that Destiny 2 in general has kind of a negative connotation at the moment, and has for the past, like, arguably 2.5 years. So people,
Well,
like, outside observers might get, like, that's the whole reason why you make a sequel to try and get the, like, bad taste of the first game, if the first game was bad. That's, like, a positive reason to make a sequel. But if they can just do what they've been doing, I think that will probably not even be a problem in the first place.
yeah, I mean, like, it's not like I'm completely upset with the current state of Destiny 2. It just lacks a little bit of content right now. But I'm not like one of those PvP only guys. It's like, oh man, this is a dead game. Playing the same game modes over and over again. There's nothing to do in this game. I want to be more like along the lines of like I understand why we lack the content that we lack right now.
And
And it's because they're such a small team.
that's the way everyone should be.
Yeah, exactly. And there is a handful of people that are actually like that. Fortunately, there's a lot of like pretty popular content creators that somewhat agree with that. For the most part, they don't agree with that, but I think it's because the creators who like grind the game so much. So there is literally nothing for them to do.
Yeah,
But I don't know.
I can't like confirm or deny your claim because I have seriously slowed down on watching any sort of Destiny content.
I've just been watching a lot of Sweatsicle lately.
Fair point. Shout out.
Shout out to Sweatsicle.
If you somehow
if
know
you
our
ever see
channel
this.
and not theirs,
Yeah.
then what? There you go.
Yeah, exactly. But we're also getting. Let me see. Let me look at this. Let me scour this this week at Bungie. I don't really want to talk about Eververse.
We basically said everything we want to say.
Yeah, like it's not a big deal.
It's a
I'm not
dead
gonna
horse.
lie. I've spent a bunch of money with Eververse, and I
100%.
don't care because I love this game, and I will gladly spend money to look cooler.
I probably won't hit 100 ranks today by the end of the season, so I'm definitely at least buying like ranks at minimum. So
I'm at 164 now.
I should really play this game more.
All you gotta do is bounties, and then pop in a
dude.
friend's fire team, and then turn them all in at once.
Yeah.
Easy.
I've been doing a shit ton of bounties for Guardian games.
They also, big thing, small thing, but it's about a big thing. They kind of mentioned barely Destiny's next raid.
Yeah.
So there is gonna be another raid.
To
Don't
the
know if
surprise
it's
of
gonna
no one.
be. Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna be within the same game, or if it's gonna be in the next game. If they are making a next game, or when it's even gonna be. I doubt it's gonna be next season.
I mean, the only solid they could make a raid layer maybe, but no, they'll probably make dungeons if anything if they're gonna do anything for next season.
I would rather, at this point, if they're gonna do something like that next season, I'd rather have a dungeon.
Yeah.
But I really don't see them having a brand new raid coming out with the next season as that like new seasonal activity. I think we're gonna be stuck with Garden of Salvation for a while.
Yeah.
And then I think that when the fall expansion comes out, there's definitely
Well,
there has
100%.
to be another raid. Yeah.
The last time they released content without a raid, like a paid content without a raid, they got just crucified. So I can't see them ever doing that again.
Did they do that in Destiny 2 also?
No, Destiny 2 never had a large release without a raid.
Yeah, that's true.
But Destiny 1, yeah. Never forget House of
Had
Wolves.
Prison of Elders.
Yeah.
I didn't mind that
No,
though.
I was great.
honestly. After the fact, but yeah. So we have a new raid coming out. It's gonna have brand new armor, weapons, obviously, and then apparently exotic accessories. Which I don't know what that means fully,
My
but it sounds
hope
real neat.
would be similar to that how they had the like exotic auras, or I guess they weren't exotic, they were legendaries, but the auras for doing prestige nightfalls. I would love to see that come back in like a different kind of way, for as
Or
accessories.
like the lights on the armor
Exactly.
in Destiny
Oh,
1.
that'd be amazing. Oh yeah, like the ornaments, like literally the
Yeah,
ornaments.
like the Crotazin thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be sick.
Did they have that for Vogue also?
Yeah.
They did, right?
All four original
After
raids.
they brought them up.
Yep.
I'm hoping that they do that again, by the way, for the next season.
just
I'm
wanna-
hoping they're like, here you go.
I want to see Chroma come back, man. Chroma was such a cool little feature.
See what come back?
Do you remember Chroma from the Taken Spring update?
Oh, yeah.
I loved
Chroma,
Chroma.
yeah.
I loved Chroma.
That's what it was. That's what I think that exotic accessories might be.
Yeah.
Like the same thing that they had in Destiny 1.
I
I don't
love
mind that at all. Because, like, going back and watching our old videos, I noticed that I had the Crota, or... God, why can't I speak English right now? The Chromas on
Yeah.
from
Well, there
the
was-
hard mode raid. And it looked really funny to me.
Yeah, there were raid ornaments, and then there was Chroma as like a separate entity, but I guess they basically work as the same idea for armor.
Yeah, whatever. Ornaments, chromas, whatever.
Plus, I really just want to recreate Blue Monarchy, if I'm being honest.
Blue Monarchy.
It was a solid gold pun that didn't get its time in the light, and I regret everything about that. Rest in peace.
Either way, I'm excited for the new raid, hoping that I can do it when it first comes out.
Are we gonna be the people to speculate about it right now, even though we know nothing?
God, no. Of course not.
We're not?
I would never do that.
We're not gonna throw.
No.
We're not
Do
gonna
you
throw.
want to?
We're not gonna throw a shot in the dark. Just see, like we were really close.
Here,
to
I'll throw a shot in the dark.
There you
It's gonna be a raid that involves killing the bad guy of the next big campaign.
You bastard. We were really close. If you look back to one of the pre-Taken King one, we were really close to how you beat Oryx.
Really?
We were relatively close, I would say. At least from what I
What
remember.
did we say? Do you remember what we said?
I think one of us said that we were going to get taken.
Okay.
And
I think that was probably you.
it might have been. I just really like saying you're going to be taken. Shot in the dark, hole in one, eagle. I don't know, other phrases. It's going to be on Europa. That's my guess. Either Europa or, like,
I do remember watching that video and hearing you say that it's either going to be on Europa or the Rings of Saturn, and I was like, wow, you fucking nailed it, dude.
I think at that point we knew the Dreadnought was around Saturn, right?
Did we know that
If it
at that
if
point?
it was
I don't remember if we
if it
did.
was a Taken King pre-release podcast, we had to have, because if we didn't, like, the Taken King started with the Dreadnought outside of Saturn. Like that was like the first like
That's
bit of
true.
stuff we got about it.
That's true.
So we had to know, or I'm a fucking soothsayer, I guess, which I'll take it.
Yeah, maybe. But no, I mean that's not surprising to me at all. I mean we play the game enough, you know.
I mean, you can usually follow story beats, especially if you look into the lore.
Yeah, I mean at this point it feels like Destiny is a bit of a broken record, and
Yeah,
like and it's pretty easy to see where things are going.
I don't know. This whole darkness thing isn't adding up to me.
What do you
The
mean?
triangles and everything. I don't know. It just seems too set up. I feel like something. I feel like this is Savathun's doing. We're gonna get fucking
You and your
pranked.
Sabathun
She's
thing.
coming, and no one can stop her, and I'm terrified.
I don't think so. I think that Sabathun is a fun lore tab.
No.
But yeah, I think that unless they do something about that later on, but I don't think that this next expansion is going to have anything to do with that. I think it's going to have to do with the new race. What they call them again? The Veil.
Well, that's the rumored name. Yeah.
The leaked thing. Yeah, the rumored name, the Veil, which I really like, by the way.
I think it's all right.
Yeah, and I like the idea of a new enemy type and not the Hive again. You know,
Yeah.
or a family of the Hive or another family of the Fallen, like Siva or like the Taken or the Frozen Hive. You know, I want something brand new like the Veil. Obviously, it's probably going to have the same archetypes of enemies. You know, like there's the small guys, the ones that explode, the ones that melee you, the snipers. But I just want them to look different. You know,
I don't know.
and I think that that's hopefully going to be what happens, because if that's not what happens and it is more Hive lore, then I don't know if I'm obviously still going to play the game, but I'm just not going to be happy about it.
I can understand being annoyed with Hive at this point. And personally, if I were to choose, besides obviously the Savathun business, I want to see Callus's daughter come into the forefront after what we got with the heir apparent lore. But either way, I like the idea. The best thing about Destiny, in my opinion, is the fact we have 4 enemies constantly like with us at all times. So you can just branch off from any of those guys anytime you want to separate the monotony of races. I don't know if that makes any sense, but it keeps it
But
fresh to me.
at a certain point, it's not fresh anymore, though. It's like I can only kill the same guys so many times, you
But
know,
like if you look at
or
the
like or be I like at this point, it's like the scariest enemies of them all are not scary at all to me anymore.
it's the architect.
It's the what?
The architect, you know, the guy, the what's it called? The thing that kills you whenever you like trip on a rock.
Oh
or,
yeah, yeah.
or when you go too fast, hit a wall or whatever. Um, I lost what I was trying to say.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's not your fault. I'm my brain. I don't know. I see, obviously what you're talking about, but having a different race do the exact same things, or having a different species do the exact same things as what we already have our species doing, uh, doesn't really get me going, because we already have the established like ideas of the species that we've been fighting for the past 5 years. It just makes it feel more homely to me. Like, oh hey, it's the
Yeah.
Cabal. Like, I mean, the Dune Marchers and the Red Legion were 2 completely different factions of Cabal, and they felt different to fight, at least in the beginning.
I don't know. I get that, and like I understand that the last like 2 sets of like brand new enemies were not necessarily like amazing, the Scorn and the Taken.
Mm.
But at the same time, the way that whatever this leak, although it might be fake, like whatever they set it up to be, sounds like exactly what this game needs. It's something brand new,
I don't know. I just can't
you
get.
know.
I can't get my. I can't get into a darkness as an actual enemy instead of like as a disembodied idea that we've been facing this entire like series so far. It just. I guess I need to see it first. I need to see like a proof of concept. I guess.
Well,
Give me a trailer, Bungie.
I imagine it because we're supposed to be warriors of the light, right? We were
Yes.
created by the Traveler, and it's that Traveler is light. You know, it's light versus darkness. So I'd imagine that the enemies of the darkness are essentially like us. That's what it even
Yeah.
showed at the end of the campaign.
Different species taken under the light or under the tutelage of the darkness as opposed to the traveler in the light.
Exactly. So I'd imagine it the same way that a lot of people imagine aliens now, is that they're essentially a pretty close resemblance of what we're supposed to be. But like there's still got to be those archetypes of enemies, as far as Destiny goes, but they'll just look different.
Yeah.
It's like the darkness has taken over something, or things have been bathing in the darkness for this long and just following it, and this is what they look like now. At one point, I can imagine that it probably did look like us and resemble us more, but now, since it's been within the darkness for so long and following it for so long, it's turned into this different kind of abomination thing.
Yeah.
And I think that would be really cool, because I like it, the points in the game when you're like, dude, I'm scared shitless right now, but that hasn't happened in a long time. Like, do you remember the very first time you ever like fight Oryx, which happened to be at the end of the campaign, and you walk into the room,
Yeah.
and then you see that little flame go up to him, and then you see all the darkness sucked out of the room and go into Oryx? That was like one of the first like oh shit moments of that campaign.
Sure, 100%.
And then the raid happened, and then you run into Oryx for the first time, and you're like, what the fuck, dude? He's about 500 times larger than he was when I first fought him.
Yeah.
And I feel like that they could really accomplish that same feeling if they finally make an enemy that is just the pure embodiment of the thing that we've been fighting for so long.
Sure.
So I don't know. I want that to be what the new raid is about. And I'm like on board 100% like with what the leaks have been saying. Although they're leaks, and for all we know, it can be completely fake that someone made up.
Obviously. I don't know. I'm just gonna be interested to see what happens.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, like I said, I'm still going to play this game. I was telling you how this, like, nothing butters my biscuits like this game does.
Of course.
I can't, like, Call of Duty just doesn't hold my interest as much. Minecraft doesn't. Like, but Destiny is, like, the perfect game, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Perfect game for me. I'll always come back to this game. But yeah.
Do we, what else is on the magic list? The TWAB list?
Well, so the next thing that we haven't really talked about, is the new, wait, what does it say? So they're adding a new set of armor to core playlist, and then they are adding new pursuit weapon each season. Oh, I just read that. I read that wrong earlier. Starting season 12, we're adding a new pursuit weapon each season.
Yeah.
This weapon can be earned by playing your preferred core playlist. So that's essentially going to be like, so yeah, it's going to be one weapon instead of one weapon per playlist.
You can play whatever you want to get. Interesting.
Correct. I did not understand that correctly earlier when I read that. Okay.
That makes so much more sense too than having 3 different ritual weapons. I guess,
right.
At least in my opinion.
So I wonder, do you think that we're still going to get the season pass exotic?
Yes.
They have to, right?
I mean, I think the season pass exotic is a given just for the fact that, like, usually the exotics aren't really that, like, mind-blowing. They won't really, like,
Yeah. I mean, I don't think that they're going to be able to top... Well, a lot of people are saying that Ariana's Vow has been the best one so far.
I guess for, like, I don't know, I like the matchbook the best. It's basically a fucking touch of malice.
I do too. Yeah, I love the matchbook.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I don't think, in my opinion, I don't think anything's going to top that. Because it's a fucking it's a solar auto rifle.
Yeah.
That does more damage the longer you hold it down. Like, and then the Ariana's Vow is really good, but it's only really good for specific things.
Of course.
And then the Symmetry was just a piece of shit.
Yeah. Poor guy. It's great for getting Randy's throwing knife if you need that, though.
Yeah, but there's better things,
Sure. But, I mean, like a free exotic that also helps you get it rather than grinding for some random...
I hope
Scout.
that the first new pursuit weapon is either a hand cannon or an auto rifle. Have we had a hand cannon? Yeah, we have. Luna's Howl.
Yep.
And Not Forgotten.
What are we missing
at
this point?
I think we've had everything, because we had fusion rifle, pulse, Redrix,
Yep.
and then
Auto.
we had and then scout rifle, the Oxygen SR3 or whatever it's called.
And the Randys.
And the Randys, yeah. And then we had 2 LMGs.
2 hand cannons.
Technically. A sidearm.
I would say no
a
bow, but we have had a bow, yeah.
2 bows, yeah. We've had 2 bows.
Oh, yeah. I keep forgetting about the Hush.
You forgot about the hush. I thought you were saying that you forgot about the point of the stag
No,
or
well,
whatever it's
because I've been
called.
that's been on my brain since like the whole last season to get it kind of thing.
Yeah.
I guess we haven't had a trace rifle yet.
We haven't had that. Did we have a rocket launcher?
I want to say yes. Why am I thinking yes?
No, we didn't. We had a grenade launcher though, the Wendigo
Yeah,
and the mountaintop.
I guess you're right. Yeah,
And then we had submachine gun, recluse, exit strategy, and
we had a
then
sword yet.
God, I hope we don't have a sword. But no, we haven't had a sword yet. We've had a linear fusion rifle, the Komodo. That grind was actually not bad at all to get with the Arbalist.
Yeah.
But yeah, so sword, rocket launcher, and I feel like there was one more thing that you said.
Um, there was something I said, but I forgot now.
Yeah.
Oh,
All I
trace
know is
rifle.
that I hope
Trace rifle.
a trace rifle. Yeah, I'd be okay with that.
Honestly,
A
getting
legendary trace rifle.
yeah, giving us a unique trace rifle would be amazing. I feel like trace rifles are so underused in this game right now.
Everyone uses the divinity.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
Average
but
trace
yeah, no, I
rifles.
get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it feels like every trace rifle they've ever had, they just ended up fucking nerfing.
Yeah.
Or
Plus, all trace rifles really do the same thing. The only difference between the cold heart and the divinity is that the divinity lets you do extra damage with your team instead of just for you.
yeah, it's true.
Like they don't. Trace rifles really only have like one gimmick, which kind of sucks. I feel like they could do so much more
Remember
with it.
when the cold heart was like the titular weapon they were releasing with
Oh,
Destiny
dude.
2?
Yeah.
They're like, if you pre-order the Destiny 2, you get yourself a brand new cold heart.
It was worth it though. Like I literally got kicked from a raid during the first few months of Destiny 2 because I didn't have a cold heart for Callus. No bullshit.
Really?
No bullshit. Someone actually kicked me.
That was before we knew about cluster bomb rocket launchers,
Of course.
though, or clusters. Yeah.
Yeah. It was like the fucking like the fifth week. It was like one of the times when you and the A team didn't raid for whatever reason that weekend. So I decided like, ah, fuck it, I'll try and do it myself.
Yeah. I don't know. A trace rifle would be cool. I think it would honestly just be cool to like have a legendary trace rifle.
Exactly.
I fucking hate swords. I think they're so pointless. Besides like looking cool, and cheesing ribbon, and I haven't used a rocket. Well, I guess I have technically, but I would rather use like the truth of the Deathbringer before using anything else. Cause like I mean, cluster rocket launchers are just like not what they used to be. You know.
Yeah, I feel you. Although like
Do you think that? Oh, sorry. Go on.
they could really like I was thinking about that. Yeah, they could really do a lot with a pinnacle rocket launcher or a ritual rocket launcher.
It has Wolfpack rounds and tracking.
I mean, like they could go the Gjallarhorn route for like nostalgia or whatever, but they could have it like be Dragon's Breath esque, like drop in little heat bombs. They could have it like I guess you could also say the hot head too if you're a fucking hipster. They could do so much with a rocket launcher though, because rocket launchers also I feel like are really like gimmicky nowadays.
Yeah.
I guess they've always been gimmicky because you know rocket launcher,
Yeah.
but still.
I don't know. No one really uses them anymore.
Exactly.
Like if they suddenly made rocket launchers like relevant again, then I would be like cool with signing off on that. But I don't foresee that happening anytime soon.
Yeah.
But so and then the other thing was the new armor set for core playlist. So essentially, it's like having a pinnacle armor set for the playlist.
Yeah.
I think,
Which-
or it's just gonna be like the shit you get from packages.
No, what I'm assuming it's gonna be like I think it was Warmind when they added Vanguard armor ornaments specifically for the Vanguard armor. So like you have the normal armor, whatever they have in the season, and then you have the ornaments, and that's what we're gonna be working for. The pinnacle armor is gonna be ornaments. But in this case, instead of them being ornaments, they're gonna be transmogrified, so you can use them for whatever you want. So they're actual armor sets. If that makes any
Yeah.
sense, I feel like I really butchered that, but
No, I get what you're saying. Do you think that they're gonna make it so you get one piece at a time?
I'm assuming it's gonna be like multiple challenges you can do in strikes or in gambit that you can all work on at the same time.
Okay.
Get invader kills, and also you get like primeval kills and kill envoys.
I
Yeah,
just realized I'm gonna have to play Gambit again.
probably.
I've played so much Gambit this season.
I want whoever works on the Gambit Prime sets though to work on the fucking Pinnacle Gambit set because, they did a great job.
Yeah.
I still get like at least half mass whenever I see a Titan walking around in, like the Gambit set.
It just doesn't do it for me, really.
Oh god, that
The
helmet.
only
dude.
like armor set that's ever done it for me is like the Referee Dawn shit.
That's fair,
Yeah.
but like I don't know. Maybe not for maybe because I'm a dirty rotten hunter, so I look at the armor, or at least the helmets differently, because like I feel like helmets are so important.
You care about
I
vanity.
do. I'm only in game, only in game, buddy.
I mean, at this point, I care about it too, though. If I'm being completely
It's,
honest, like I said, I've spent a lot of money at
yeah,
Eververse. The other night, we spent like 30 minutes fucking around with our armor to make it look cool. Do you remember
I
that?
do.
I was like, which shader looks better on me, this one or this one?
It
What do
was,
you think about this towel?
and it was 100% worth it. And I think I've done that 2 more times since. Like I've just gone into Destiny at like 6 in the morning or whatever, and just sat there and like messed with my shaders for like hours. It's
Yeah.
so much fun. It's so easy to get
It's
lost.
so much fun, yeah. I mean, the other thing to do that was really fun is like I always sit around and like try to level up my armor and like get the best builds for what I want to run. It ends up being just like I don't give a fuck what I put on the rest of my armor. I'm just gonna shoulder charge everything with
Exactly.
Peregrine Greaves on. But now I discovered the Dune Marchers today. I was just telling Brennan about this earlier. Discovered the Dune Marchers today, and I love, you know, dragging my socks on carpet and shocking enemies. You know,
Yeah.
it's just so much fun.
He's got the fuzzy
But
pajamas, and he's willing
I
to
got the fuzzy
he's willing
pajamas.
to shock you.
Exactly. But that's pretty much everything, like notable, and the TWAB. Other than that, they talk about the Guardian games, and they're talking about how you get basically double XP at the end of the event or double
Yeah,
points.
but it's already too late. People did the math, and it's already impossible for anyone to beat Titans at this point.
Is there like a graph somewhere where I can see how much points every team has?
I don't know if there's a graph specifically that you can find, but if I think on Sneaky Beaver's Twitter, you could probably find some sort of like proof to what I'm talking about. I
Gotcha.
do believe it's him. I'll see
Well,
if I can find it later.
yeah. I
I
mean, I don't know. At this point, it's gotten to the point like I play Titan, and like I was going hard and doing medals and bounties as soon as I got on every single day. But now, at this point, I'll like if it's not like just strikes and destinations, and it's like Crucible and Gambit or Gambit and Forges, I just won't get them now.
No, yeah, 100% agree. I just want to say
But
though,
I know that there's a lot of. Go ahead.
hunters, it's me, your boy, also a hunter. Um, it's okay, guys. I know who to blame this on. It's the fact we don't have a Vanguard leader.
Oh.
We have no direction, and that's what's screwing us over. It's nothing else. It's not our fault. It's because we don't have a father figure. So we need to get
All you angsty hunters are upset about your dead daddy.
exactly. We need to get something on that. Maybe I don't know. Someone call Aldrin. But seriously, we need to get our Hunter Vanguard back in business soon. Let's get.
Dude, he's honestly perfect for the Hunter
I
Vanguard.
mean, he's angsty. He likes to be
Yeah.
alone. He has a
He's
ghost with a
emo.
funny
He's
name.
obsessed with his sister.
Yeah, aren't we all?
Yeah. Yeah. He's got his pulled pork ghost.
That blew your mind yesterday or a few days ago.
Dude, yeah, it honestly did. I thought you were like bullshitting me. I was like, there's no way that is canon in the Destiny
it
universe
is.
that his ghost name is pulled pork.
It's also canon that a guardian by the name of like Toast or whatever it was the first guardian to reach 1,000. So
That's true.
Destiny's wacky.
How come my ghost doesn't have a fucking name?
You can name it. Your name is canon.
Yeah, but it's not going to be anywhere in the book.
Well, if you do something amazing.
But like Osiris's ghost has a name. It's Sagira.
Yeah.
And then now there's this pulled pork motherfucker coming out of nowhere. Like, where's my ghost name? How come he didn't say, "Hey, I'm Dinklebot,"
Well,
or "Hey, I'm Nolanbot"?
Because usually you're supposed to name your ghost because he's like an extension of you.
Yeah, but I've just never. He has a shit personality, honestly. For like the last part of Destiny 1, he shut the fuck up, and now for Destiny 2, he doesn't talk that much anymore either. Besides like the pre-recorded and written lines that he has in every single strike and raid.
Are you sure it's less of
You
a
know?
him problem and more of a you problem, Joel?
Maybe, dude.
We need to talk about this after this is done.
But I feel like, do you think that he changes personalities based off of what you make him look like, though?
No, I think he changed personality, and well, at least based on lore, they change personalities based on how their guardians are.
Okay.
At least I think that's how it goes. Like the drifters is all
That makes sense.
quiet and
Why
shifty.
Nolan? That's why Nolanbot is like so much more like
human.
like sassy now.
Oh, I get it. Yeah.
He's so much sassier than Dinklebot. Dinklebot was all monotone and dead inside because that's how we were at the start of Destiny 1
Literally.
before Taken King came out.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'll figure out a name for my ghost.
Mine's. Nah, I was gonna make a joke, but I couldn't even think of a good name at the time. So we'll go back to that'll be the beginning of the next one of these.
Yeah.
We'll start up and naming our shit.
All right. Do you have anything else you'd like to talk about before we wrap it up here?
In the words of Paul McCartney, I have hope for the future, and I can't wait to see what happens in fall.
Is that All right,
That
I'm
that
not
is
gonna
that
question
is
it.
The Destiny song.
Okay.
I have like three
Well,
jokes, and I just repeat them forever.
yeah, more than that. It's just that people don't get the other
I have
ones.
like three references, and I just use those
Okay.
references forever for the rest of my life.
All right. Well, I don't have anything left to say. Thanks for listening. See you guys next time.
Bye.